On August 7th, 2013, 17 Minecraft YouTubers from across the internet came together to play in a recorded round of Ultra Hardcore, also known as UHC. UHC is a Minecraft PvP game mode that is similar to Survival Minecraft, but with two added rules. You cannot regenerate health naturally, and if you die, you cannot respawn. The event was founded by two relatively small Minecraft creators, Grazer10 and ThinkNoodles. The two of them have been inspired by the YouTube group Minecraft and their UHC series. These Minecraft copycats were a dime a dozen back in 2013, so initially the series did not receive much attention. Nobody could predict how big this event would become over the next 7 years. This event, later officially named Cube Ultra Hardcore, would run for 21 seasons, with dozens of creators joining the group at various points in time. While Cube UHC has not had a new installment in 4 years, its influence on Minecraft and its community is still apparent. Today, the Cube UHC alumni are spread out all over the internet, from the front page of YouTube to the most obscure corners on the web. This is a story of Cube UHC.
Welcome everyone to UHC Season 15! Woo! I got it both! GG! Holy crap, guys. Shoot. Oh my goodness! Still being a bad. I won! Yes! Yes!
Oh my gosh, I killed you!
We finally killed someone! Woo!
As I said before, Cube UHC did not technically start being called Cube UHC until later in its run, Season 8 to be exact, but I will still refer to every season as Cube UHC just for consistency. Now, when you think of the Cube SMP, you probably think of people like HBomb94, The Camp and Rusher, Parker Games, Grapeapplesauce, etc. However, Season 1 of Cube UHC had a very different roster. Of the 17 players, only 6 of them would join the actual Cube SMP. These founding members were Grazer10, Strawberry Jam, HopeDigger1, PatClone, Bass, and Cricken. The other 11 founders of Cube UHC were ThinkNoodles, Vixstar123, LexVoid, iBubbletastic, WillyBix, Explosive Biscuit, Sprite, Maxadog, Mindsnipe, LabroStar, and Dowsy. Of those 11 Cube UHC founders I just named, 5 of them would never play in another season. A 6th person, Explosive Biscuit, would not play again until Season 20, almost 6 years after his first appearance. I am guessing that the reason there are so many one-time players in this event is either because these people tried it once and decided they did not like it, or because they were not big into YouTube, and as the group became more serious, they did not fit the idea of what Cube UHC was trying to become.
Are you kidding me right now? No. Oh, please. Well, guys.
Getting back on track, Season 1 of Cube UHC was hosted on a private server run by ThinkNoodles, and its 17 participants would be competing as solos. The inaugural event was very scuffed, and it's pretty out of place in comparison to other Cube UHC seasons. While the Cube was never marketed as having the best UHC players, 11 of the 17 competitors would die to the environment. 2 more players would die due to a server glitch, and Vixstar123 committed suicide with a bow and arrow. Only 3 players actually got a real kill. Sprite would strike first blood upon killing Explosive Biscuit, although he would later die of suffocation damage. LabroStar would kill Max the dog in a cave, but he too died to a zombie before he was able to kill again. Finally, the third and final battle came down to PatClone and Grazer. The 2 future Cube regulars would join a call together and meet up at PatClone's skybase. Grazer was able to sneak up on Pat and knock him off, swiftly killing him and crown himself as Cube UHC's first ever winner. Grazer would go on to organize and play in every other season of Cube UHC. However, this would be his only win, as more experienced PvPers would join in future seasons. Likewise, PatClone also never came that close to winning a season again, although he continued to play for many events afterwards, and was one of the people Grazer hired to make the intros and official montages for Cube UHC. Since the series ended, Grazer has continued to grow as a creator, becoming one of the biggest Minecraft challenge YouTubers in the modern era of Minecraft. Meanwhile, PatClone has distanced himself from most social media and seems to no longer wish to pursue a career on YouTube.
I have nothing. I'm starting to lose.
We gotta go down here, dude.
Baby!
Oh,
Baby
jeez.
too!
Baby, baby, baby!
No!
Oh, no, I'm done! Oh!
Oh my gosh, I killed you!
Ah!
I'm done.
it.
I might be done.
Season 2 of Cube UHC was released 1 month later in September of 2013. This season established a few major trademarks of the event. It was the first season to feature exactly 24 participants, a number that the Cube would try to hit in the next dozen seasons. It was also the first Teams UHC, being a team of 3, with the first season being solos and the second season being teams. A pattern was established for Cube UHC where odd season would be solos and even season would be teams. Finally, this was also the first season to be hosted by the server Mindplex, who would host many of the early seasons. For future reference, I will not go over every single return player and team in each season, as that would get pretty repetitive after a while. However, I will still introduce each season's newcomers. Season 2 was the first season for Cube SMP members Tibsy, Doljuice, Kermit Plays MC, Child Dolphin, The Camp and Rusher, Forsaken, HBomb94, and Grapeapplesauce. It also introduced ID Activate MC, Steel X Saint, Dr. PlayStation, Magnetic MC, Starboy, and Guntex to the series, with it being the only season for Guntex and Starboy. Overall, the skill level this season was raised significantly. No one died until episode 4, very few even died to PvE, and many players would get their first kill. The two standout teams at the start were the Mobs in Black, led by Flexvoid and Magnetic MC, and the Twerkaholics, led by Rusher, Dolphin, and Vass. Both teams were able to get over 4 kills, and they met in episode 9, with only Rusher managing to survive. Unfortunately for him, there were still a few more players left in the game, including the surviving members of the Symptomatic Chimps, HBomb, and Forsaken. The Chimps were able to kill the remaining players, including a portal trap kill on Grazer that was built by their deceased third member Dowsy, and they became the first team to win a season of Cube UHC. H continues to be a long-running member of the Cube SMP and UHC, becoming a respectable player in the tournament. This will not be the last time I talk about him in this video. On the other hand, Dowsy would only play in one more Cube UHC before branching out from Minecraft. Since then, he has seen greater success as a Twitch streamer, with most of his content revolving around the game Dead by Daylight, although he recently stopped playing it in favor of other horror games. Forsaken is a more interesting case. You probably better know him as the Roblox YouTuber Tofu, but before he uploaded his first Roblox video, he was the first great Cube UHC player.
But anyway, let's get the coordinates up again. So, oh, there's someone else. Let's get this guy. PvP, it's on. No!
Season 3 of Cube UHC was released in October of 2013. This season was the first edition to feature a twist, with Permanent Day being enabled on the server. It also introduced 6 new players, including Cube SMP members Mr. Mitch361 and XBioni, along with guests Pomerator, Ashley Marie, DanTDM, and DanTDM's wife Gemma. The latter two seem very out of place, as DanTDM very rarely did group content during this era, and also having one of the biggest YouTubers of all time involved in your Minecraft event for a single season just seems weird. However, Think Noodles was still involved in the Cube UHC at this point, and since he and Dan were friends, Think invited him to join for one round. The actual season kept up Season 2's increased skill level and featured even more PvP fights between players. The two standout players were Grapeapplesauce and Bioni. Grape was mainly a MCSG player, so when he played UHC, he decided to craft a fishing rod, as fishing rod PvP was the norm on that server. While Grape did not invent fishing rod PvP in UHC, playing this sweaty in a casual event made him a standout player, and he was able to score 7 kills, setting a record that would stand for a long time. On the other hand, Bioni was able to craft a ton of diamond armor, allowing him to take on other dangerous players and score a respectable 4 kills. The two met up in episode 9 in an intense battle, and one that ended in a surprise.
Alright, we gotta focus on Bioni. She's not that big of a threat at the moment. Alright, gotta get in the water. Oh, I think Bioni's got us. Oh, I got killed. Oh, he was killed. What the heck happened? Oh my gosh, GG. Holy crap, dude.
Just like last season, the two biggest threats had taken each other out, and the few remaining underdogs are left to fight for the win. One of these players was Tofu, the winner of the previous season. He was already set up in a good position, as he had killed Dr. PlayStation earlier in the game. With Grape and Bayani gone, Tofu hunted down the 3 remaining players and took home the win. Tofu became the first person to win multiple seasons of Cube UHC, and he made it known that his win in Season 2 was not just a fluke. Tofu was here to compete.
Alright, we're outside, we're good. It's getting light out.
Is it morning?
Oh, it's getting light? Okay.
Just
Oh,
wait
no,
for all the
sorry,
mobs
go
to
ahead.
burn. Don't go out there too
That's what I'm
early.
doing.
Where's that
Agreed.
Enderman?
Wait, who should eat the apple first? Because...
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my... Oh my...
Season 4 of Cube UHC rolled out in December of 2013. This was a very important one for the series, as it marked the last Cube UHC Think Noodles would ever join and help organize. After this event, he and Grazer would have a falling out and part ways. While Grazer was able to find decent success with the Cube, Think Noodles well exceeded expectations, becoming one of the biggest gaming creators in all of YouTube, recently surpassing 10 million subscribers. It's impossible to know what the Cube, and the Minecraft community as a whole, would look like if Think never left. But 10 years later, it seems like things turned out well for the both of them. As for the new players, this was the first season for Cube SMP members Zetlin Tomahawk, Devin Games, and Defect7, along with it being the first and only season for LD Shadow Lady and Yoshi the Mario. The season itself would be teams of 4, with the twist being that in order to win, a team would have to kill the Ender Dragon. This twist forced players to venture into the Nether and take more risks than they otherwise would have, and the result was a very exciting season with battles in both the Nether and the End. The frontrunners throughout the season were Team Purple, which consisted of veterans HBomb94 and Tibsy, along with newcomers Tomahawk and Devin. They were able to get an early kill on the Camp and Rusher, and later wiped out the entire green team. When the remaining members of Team Yellow opened the portal to the End, Purple showed up and eliminated them. At this point, Purple had all of their members left in the game, and the only other person left was Grazer. Despite everything pointing to a Team Purple win, things started to go south. First, Grazer snuck into the End and killed H, although he was quickly killed by Tomahawk. After that, Devin attracted the attention of some Endermen and could not escape, down to PvE. Then, Tibsy went up to one of the End crystals to blow it up, and he experienced one of the funniest deaths I've ever seen in a recorded round. Lastly, with all of his teammates eliminated and being reduced to half a heart, Tomahawk was jumped by an Enderman, and died before he was able to kill the Ender Dragon. Season 4 ended with the Ender Dragon winning. Despite how far the Cube players had come since Season 1, they were still not experienced enough in UHC to kill the Ender Dragon. However, this would not be the last of the players on Team Purple, and in future seasons some of them would get a chance at redemption. But, despite how much they had already improved since Season 1, they still had a lot to learn if they wanted to dominate a UHC.
I don't want to PvP though, I kinda just want to be out of the way and then come in at the last second and just destroy everybody, but then they're gonna have their enchantments and stuff. So that's kind of scary me. Should I run for it?
Season 5 was a solos UHC, and it was the first season for Cube SMP member StacyPlays, along with guests Minecraft for Meh, TheBestGinger, and Joey Gracefa, apparently. To this day, I have no clue how or why Joey Gracefa knows any of these people. This season produced a few standout moments, such as Chow Dolphin accidentally jumping to his death, and Devin Mines playing like it is 2018 Hypixel UHC. However, it was also brought down for a few reasons. The first and biggest is that there was a glitch in the season that kicked and killed people for supposedly combat logging on mobs. This included 3 potential winners in Ginger, Grape, and Straub. The other problem with this season is that it played out almost identically to Season 3. After almost all the big threats had taken each other out, Tofu showed up at 0-0 during the final 5 and cleaned house, killing the 4 remaining players to take home the victory. It seemed like Tofu was far and away the best Cube UHC player, with this being his 3rd win in only 4 seasons. Unfortunately for him, his luck would begin to dry out. While he did have a few more impressive performances, Tofu was never able to win another Cube UHC season, with better, more experienced PvPers joining the event, and gradually stealing the title of the GOAT of Cube UHC away from Tofu. After the Cube disbanded, Tofu would transition into playing Roblox instead of Minecraft, and he became a household name in the Roblox community. Recently, he has fallen under controversy due to having an affair with the wife of another Roblox YouTuber, Russo Plays. But even before that drama, he had stopped uploading to YouTube, and is now making SoundCloud rap under the name Steezy. While today, Tofu is not that respected, especially in the Roblox community. You would be hard-pressed to find a wilder career path on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube drama, I think now would be a good time to address all the drama regarding Cube UHC. As I hinted at earlier when talking about Season 1, as the series progressed, the idea of Cube UHC became more defined, and people would be kicked from the group if most people did not feel like they fit the idea of what the cube should be. The earliest confirmed example of this happening was of StacyPlays in Season 2, who got into a beef with Biani and HeyImBee on Twitter and was then removed. On a similar note, Cricket would be kicked after Season 3, ThinkNoodles would leave after Season 4, and now, after Season 5, TheBestGinger was kicked. Ginger made a video discussing this, where he said that everyone in the group besides Grape and Defect had big heads, which was way too funny not to include. Since most of this drama is literally a decade old, I obviously would not go and harass anyone over this, especially since most of these issues have been resolved. In fact, StacyPlays, Cricket, and Ginger would all return for the 2 reunion seasons. However, for the rest of this video, sometimes I'm gonna say something like, after this season, Damn Daniel would be kicked from Cube UHC because he called Grazer gay, and you are just gonna have to deal with it.
Well, the cool thing is that
Run, people!
Ah! What?
Kermit, run!
What?
No, we can't get in a fight yet. Run!
Okay, I'm running
No,
here.
Kermit, I can't sprint anymore.
Come down here.
Kermit, no,
Come down here.
Kermit! No!
Ah! 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 Oh my God!
Kermit, no!
Season 6 of Cube UHC was the first Team of 2 season. It introduced Cube members Parker Games and HeyImBee to the series, and it was also the first season for Finn's Graphics, Skyper Kane, Blamp, Mindgal, and Miss Missy, although it was the only season for the latter 3. The twist this season was that they would be adding in a shrinking border to the game, meaning that the world would get smaller as time went on. Like the previous seasons, there were plenty of funny and memorable moments, with my favorite being Parker Games getting distracted by the in-game chat while mining a big mushroom and dying to a creeper. However, the event was mostly dominated by 2 teams. Team Slimes, which consisted of Cube UHC guests Minecraft for Men and Dr. PlayStation, and Team Pandas, which featured Biani and Mr. Mitch. Combined, the teams killed half of the entire game, and they met up in episode 9 for a rather anticlimactic fight that was won by Team Pandas. There were only 2 other teams left at this point, and despite Grapeapplesauce being able to 2v1 Rusher and Pat Clone, Biani and Mitch would win the season. Mr. Mitch is a name that, despite being heavily associated with the Cube, you might not remember as he was not the most popular Cube member. He was mainly associated with the camp and Rusher, and frequently appeared in his factions in 2B2T series, which is where most of his success came from. Like Tofu, he switched to making Roblox videos post-Cube UHC, but unlike his peers, he did not see much success. He has not uploaded a YouTube video in over 5 years. On the other hand, there's Biani. Biani was a staple member of the Cube, appearing in many future UHCs, although this would be his only win. However, he would abruptly quit the Cube SMP following Season 12, with the last UHC he participated in being 15. From this point, he abandoned pursuing an on-camera role on YouTube and moved to Seattle, where he would work for Skyda's Minecraft along with fellow Cube veteran Natlan Tomahawk. He would attempt a return to Twitch under a new name, Jordan Troyer, in 2020, although it never went anywhere. Then, in early 2021, a video was uploaded by the small streamer Kayla Brady, where she claimed that she had been groomed by a member of the Cube SMP, providing screenshots of their conversations. For context, Kayla was associated with a lot of the Cube SMP members, becoming very involved in the fan community, and she even ended up joining the official Cube UHC later in its run. This was not some anonymous person making a Twitter thread without any evidence, but one of the Cube SMP's most notable fans. Numerous other girls who were involved in the community came out in support of Kayla, sharing their own stories of similar experiences, along with the Cube member Devin Mines. Now, none of the girls ever named any names of the members who were actually the perpetrators. However, it is widely believed that most, if not all, of the girls were talking about Biani, as he was the member who best fit the description the girls gave. Biani was already inactive on his new Jordan Troyer account, and since Kayla's accusations came out, he has deleted all of his social media and has not attempted a public comeback. Grooming accusations and Minecraft YouTubers often go hand in hand, and it's very unfortunate that not even the Cube SMP was safe from these predators. But, for what it's worth, this is the only time this subject matter will come up in this video. Compared to other Minecraft content creation groups, it could be much worse.
Oh, yes! The zombies! Come on, zombies! GG Tipsy.
Goodbye, Pat!
No! Strawberry Jam, clean up crew!
Oh no!
Strawberry Jam.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? No, come back! Goodbye,
No!
Pat!
No! Oh!
I'm lagging! Pat, no!
No!
Pat! That witch hit me! No! Oh, good game, dude. Woof! Alright, sweet. Oh no! I got poisoned by the witch!
Cube UHC would return for its 7th season in May of 2014, introducing 2 new Cube members to the series, JwingWangWong and King Tong, and another guest, Shep689. This season was also supposed to be the introductory season for Minecraft legend Huahwi, but he dropped out at the last minute. The twist this season was that the players would be using a Mumble plugin that added an in-game proximity voice chat. This plugin allowed other players to better stalk and sneak attack each other, which is demonstrated perfectly in the very first kill of the season.
What was that? I just heard someone freaking scream. I think it was one of the guys that got disconnected. Yeah, Grape heard it too. Yeah, everyone heard it. That's funny. Oh, we're all freaking paranoid. And then when you disconnect all this, you can hear them, so it's creepy that way.
Rocher?
Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Oh.
Oh my god.
This was a spectacular season of Cube UHC, with great moments like newcomer King Tong getting back-to-back kills underground, Parker Games scoring his first ever kill, and Tofu managing to combo Devin despite being sneak attacked. However, the person who ultimately won the season was longtime veteran Grapeapplesauce, whose MCSG fishing rod strategy finally paid off. He killed all 5 of the final players, and also watched Shep starve to death in a boat, which I think should count as a kill. Because of how skilled Grape was at PvP, especially in comparison to everyone else, this win was a long time coming, and it would also not be his last.
I don't know, I just saw 3 people in the trees and iron.
That's not good. Let's
I was like,
out.
screw that.
Anger?
Oh crap, I just took heart
Oh,
now.
jump, creeper.
Oh god, oh god.
No!
No!
Less than a month later, Cube UHC would return with a teams of 3 season. This season brought back the shrink and border twist, and also introduced Cube members Follow Kevin and D-Field to the event. This season's standout moment happened before the game even began. Before each season, the Cube members like to record an intro segment with every player in the same call. While they were setting this up, someone realized that the lobby they had been waiting in had been built out of silverfish lace cobblestone, and not actual cobblestone. The camp and rusher then began breaking all of the silverfish eggs, unleashing a horde of mobs onto spawn.
Who broke it in the first place?
Who built it with the wrong block?
Oh my god. Who's the idiot?
Oh my god.
It was
Oh
my god.
The actual season itself was pretty enjoyable. At this point, virtually every player had mastered the PvE portion of the game, with only 2 out of the 24 players dying to a mob. This led to a lot of exciting battles between stacked teams of 3, with the best kill being Poke's crazy bowshot on Kevin. Ultimately, the season came down to the team of Devin, Doljuice, and King Tong against the duo of Tomahawk and H-Bomb. The duo were able to pull off a 2v3, and after spending the final episode hunting down the remaining solos, they won the game. This win redeemed Tomahawk and H, both of whom had died in the end back in Season 4. H-Bomb was one of the Cube's flagship members, and he played in almost every season. However, he found greater success after the Cube disbanded as a competitor in Minecraft Championship. His time playing Cube UHC had turned H into a respectable PvPer, especially when compared to some of his fellow MCC participants. He is one of MCC's most successful players, with his most dominant stretch of seasons being Season 6 to Season 11, as his team placed first points-wise in every season he participated in during that era. While he has never re-reached the same incredible high he did then, he still holds the title of being the MCC player with the most first place finishes, and continues to see success in content creation to this day. On the other side of the spectrum, that one Tomahawk's YouTube and Twitch career never really went anywhere. Like Grapeapplesauce, he was mostly known for his MCSG series, and there was only so much content you can milk from that niche. He ended up being kicked from the Cube after Season 13, when he did a controversial livestream shit-talking Cube SMP members. He would then work for Skyler's Minecraft for a while, and also helped Keemstar make the Dollar in the Woods music video, apparently. In the years following the Cube disbanding, Tomahawk would reconcile with the group, and he still occasionally streams on Twitch. While some might view Tomahawk's career as underwhelming when compared to people like HBomb and Tofu, I disagree. Even if Tomahawk was not the biggest YouTuber, he still left his mark on thousands of people in the Minecraft community through his MCSG and Cube SMP series. He never sold out on YouTube or tried to ride trends to success, instead doing his own thing. YouTube was not built on flashy, sterilized Minecraft challenge videos. It was built off of mundane commentary videos, like the ones Tomahawk made and grew a following off of. They may seem simple and low effort now, but they are way more genuine than 90% of modern Minecraft content. Without creators like Tomahawk, YouTube would be in a very different place today. Season 9 was the beginning of a transition phase for Cube UHC for a variety of reasons. For one, it was the 1-year anniversary of Cube UHC, which was a big milestone for the event. It was also the last season Mineplex would host for many years, with the privilege being transferred to a UHC player named StacyPlays MC. However, seasons 8 through 10 would be the last seasons for many staple Cube members, who either left the Cube entirely or chose to take a break from UHC for the time being. Defect7, StacyPlays, and Parker would leave following season 8, Billjuice and Shep would leave following season 9, and Devin would leave following season 10. In the years that followed, these 6 former Cube UHC members would go on to have drastically different careers. Shep, who is better known for his vlog channel, would only post videos for around 6 months after he parted ways with the Cube, and has not been active on YouTube in over 8 years. Like Shep, Devin has also not been active on YouTube for the past 8 years, although he was streaming on Twitch up until early 2021. You can still find him on Twitter under the username Cloudy Evergreen. Defect would also abandon YouTube after leaving Cube UHC, instead focusing on running the server he owned, Mineplex. As you probably know, Mineplex ended up shutting down in early 2023, with most of the blame being put on the server owners. Defect7 was still a major shareholder of Mineplex when it shut down, but he was not the sole owner of the server, and he had not been very involved in the company since around 2016. Mineplex has since been bought by the former Mineplex admin Samito, who plans to revive it in the coming years. On the other hand, StacyPlays would leave the Cube to focus on her solo content that was similar in style to Stampy Longhead videos. She found major success doing so, becoming one of the biggest Cube UHC alumni. Along the way, she hired Billjuice, another former Cube UHC member, who quit personal content creation around this time to work for her channel. Finally, Parker Games is one of the most interesting people to come out of the Cube SMP. He started off by making RuneScape videos, but was then hired to run Mineplex's official YouTube channel. When he retired from Cube UHC after Season 8, he remained a part of the SMP and continued to record with Grazer, King Tongue, H, and some others for a few years. He was pretty successful, joining Sugarpine7 for a bit, and he even landed his own Disney XD show. However, when I released my previous Cube retrospective, he was on a decline in his career, with his Disney XD show over and his views being relatively low. This remained the case until late 2021, when a new YouTube channel named Crafty sprang up. Crafty was a faceless YouTuber like Corpse Husband, who made Minecraft challenge videos, and as soon as he began uploading, he blew up in popularity. In just his first 2 months on YouTube, he had gained over 1 million subscribers and 100 million views. To this day, Crafty continues to upload Minecraft videos to major success. Now, Crafty is actually the brainchild of a few different people in the Minecraft community, with the main contributor being log.zip. However, you only have to watch a few seconds of a Crafty video before you recognize who voices the main character.
I'm gonna beat Minecraft, but if I kill mobs, I die. But killing them will open up some custom loopholes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rejected Games. Games that never quite made it onto Mineplex, or they weren't good enough, or they just weren't quite ready or anything, and so...
Even if Parker Games' main channel is now dead, it's pretty inspiring that he was able to rebuild a completely new YouTube empire. So, with all these established members slowly leaving the Cube, they needed to find new people to keep the number of players at a solid 24. The Cube's solution to this was, generally, to slowly invite more PvP-based players. While the Cube had been getting better at UHC over the past year, the only people in the event who were really PvP creators were Grape, D-Field, Tomahawk, and kinda Rusher and his friends. In the coming seasons, people like Huahwi, Hyperdarkness, Creeper Farts, and Rumble Crumble would be added to the group. However, before any of them were added, the Cube invited another PvP creator who is friends with a lot of the members. And, over the next 5 seasons, this creator would absolutely dominate Cube UHC, going on what is easily the best run in the history of the event. This player's name was Talekio.
I think I might have to go for Dole. For sure, I have to. He's right here. GG.
Talekio had previously helped out his friend and Cube UHC member Pat Clone make the official Cube UHC montages, but he finally got invited to the event in Season 9. Like I just hinted at, Talekio had a great season. He was able to get relatively geared, killing Doljuice and Child Dolphin to get some diamond armor and a good amount of gapples. He then hunted down the remaining power players until he was the last man standing. Talekio's win was very impressive. For one, he was the first ever newcomer to win a solo season. However, Talekio additionally could have become the first player in Cube UHC to craft full diamond armor, as he had the required resources necessary to craft it. However, he was so caught up in hunting the last few players that he did not bother to check his inventory and re-gear.
Yeah, I got him! Got him!
Nice one, dude. Oh my
yes!
god.
I got them both! GG! Woo!
Cube UHC would return in October of 2014 for Season 10. This season featured no new participants, and the players were split into chosen teams of 2. The twist this season was that the players could donate hearts to their teammate, so if someone was poisoned by a cave spider in episode 1, their teammate could give them half their hearts so they would not be a one-tap. This would also be the first and only season to be hosted by the server Bad Lion. They would end up going back to Zest for 11 and 12. The teams this season looked as competitive as ever. Tofu was teamed with his best friend Poke, Grape was teamed with his friend Straub, and other teams like Defield and H-Bomb, Minecraft for Man and Pat Clone, and Tomahawk and Devin had enough skill and chemistry that they could also take home the win. However, none of these teams ended up winning, because there was a duo that was even better. Talekio returned to Cube UHC for his second season, and he would be teamed with King Tong, who had just lost to him the previous season. With their combined skill, they were clear favorites to dominate Cube UHC. Sure enough, Talekio ended up scoring the first kill on Child Dolphin. However, after that moment, they decided to lay low and re-gear. While Talekio and King Tong were preparing for the endgame, the other power teams were duking it out. Over the 10 seasons of Cube UHC, the skill ceiling had been raised so much that now every team at least had enchanted armor, potions, or a horse. And this resulted in some intense, albeit still scuffed, battles. Both Grape and Minecraft for Men were able to pull off impressive 2v1s. And I think JwingWangWong suffocated in a block at some point. But eventually, Talekio and King Tong came back to 0-0 fully geared, successfully took down Minecraft for Men, and eliminated the last remaining team left to take home the win. The former enemies had banded together, and Talekio remained undefeated. We're not done with Talekio just yet, but I do want to talk about King Tong for a second. Both him and Grazer10 were the 2 creators I highlighted the most in my Cube SMP video 3 years ago, so I won't go over his entire YouTube career, since I already talked about a lot of it there. But, in case you did not watch that one, after the Cube ended, King Tong continued uploading Minecraft content for a few years to mediocre numbers. He was not losing subscribers, but he was not really gaining any either. But, he never really gave up on YouTube. And in 2019, his hard work finally paid off. King Tong was one of the first YouTubers to start making the Minecraft butt videos, but that took Minecraft YouTube by storm in early 2020. He, along with some other Cube UHC veterans, gained massive popularity off of that content. However, King Tong would abruptly stop uploading in the summer of 2021. He has uploaded a few videos since then, but he is rather inconsistent. Instead of YouTube, King Tong has been focusing his time on starting a new Minecraft server with Grazer. The server's name is Hideaway, and just this past month it launched an open beta. I played on it a little bit for the video, and it seems to be like a Minecraft version of Club Penguin. While this idea might be a little out of left field for King Tong, if you know how Grazer started his YouTube career, even before he started the Cube, you understand that really, we have just come full circle.
All the people who send us here have different backgrounds, different stories, different beliefs. We do not give up. Not today. We do not get.
What I really want, and all right, we're going in. Oh, he is dead. Oh, come here, dead. Alright, there we go.
Cube UHC Season 11 would air in December of 2014. They would be going back to solos for the event. And after the chaos of last season, horses and tier 2 potions would be disabled. This would be the first season for Huahwi and Rumble Crumble, two Minecraft creators known for their skills at PvP, with Huahwi main MCSG and Rumble Crumble main Blitz. However, despite the overall skill level of the players yet again being raised, Talekio went on to win the season yet again. He had now won his first 3 seasons in a row, an unprecedented accomplishment. And it was clear that Talekio was on another level compared to the rest of the players. Except, there was one small problem. This was not actually Cube UHC Season 11. Despite the Cube intended for the season to be number 11, even playing it all the way through, they collectively decided to scrap it and re-record a new season that would hopefully be more interesting. So, a few days later, the real Season 11 happened. Huahwi and Rumble Crumble still debuted in it, along with another creator named 8-Bit Dylan. Talekio also participated, although he was unable to three-peat. He still did pretty well, scoring a kill on poke and placing 5th, but his performance was overshadowed by the emergence of someone else. For over a year, the Cube UHC kill record had stood at 7 by Grapeapplesauce in Season 3. This season, the record would be raised to 11, nearly half the entire game. The person who achieved this feat was D-Field, a Cube member who had played in the last few seasons, but was also honing his skills on Badline, which at the time was the hottest public server for anybody who wanted to become a UHC sweat. D-Field was able to get highly enchanted iron armor and a ton of potions. These two factors, along with his improved PvP skill, allowed him to dominate a season unlike any other player before him, and it would take nearly 10 more seasons to see a performance on the level of this one. Of course, there was one other standout moment in Season 11 that might just be one of the most infamous moments in all of Ultra Hardcore history. JwingWangWong is a Cube member that I have not had to talk about that much, mostly because he was not very good at UHC. He was still entertaining, and the manner in which he died was usually hilarious, but in an era when Cube UHC was becoming more competitive, he was kind of an afterthought. However, less than 30 seconds into Season 11, JwingWangWong found a desert temple. Desert temples are awesome for UHCs, as they typically have a lot of gold, diamonds, and enchanted books. JwingWangWong was practically being handed a head start over the other players in the game. After seasons of being overlooked and underestimated, now would be his time to make the leap into being a competitive player. Let's see how JwingWangWong took advantage of this golden opportunity.
Ooh, that was actually a hard drop. Shoot. Uh-oh. Dang.
They're shooting at us, gold team.
Yeah, I'm going this way.
That's Tibsy, Talekio. Okay. They're behind us.
Mr. Mitch is at 2!
Oh, get him!
I'm getting killed by an Enderman! I died by the Enderman!
No!
B, you gotta get Mr. Mitch, he's one hit. Oh!
Cube UHC would return for Season 12 in March of 2015. This season introduced 2 friends of the Cube to the series, Hekit and Echo Inc. This was also the first season to use the Cut Clean twist. For those unfamiliar with UHC, Cut Clean is one of the most popular UHC twists, and all it does is automatically smelt ores and food, so you don't need to make a furnace. This twist helps speed up the pace of the game, and would be brought back for all future seasons. Additionally, like Season 4, this season used the Race to the Ender Dragon twist, only this time the teams were split into 3 instead of 4. Because the goal of the season was changed, many teams opted to play a more passive game than they normally would have, avoiding fights so they could gear up on resources and enter the end. No fighting occurred until episode 6, when 2 teams met during 0-0. One of them was led by D-Field, the winner of the previous season, and the other was led by Tofu, who was eagerly looking to reassert himself as an S-tier Cube UHC player. Combined, their 2 teams had enough resources to go to the end, but it was D-Field's team who came out on top. Not wanting to waste any time, they immediately entered the end and began fighting the dragon. Unlike the previous season where practically no one made long enough to reach the end, this time 7 of the 8 teams were still in the game when they saw the portal had been activated. 3 of these teams sprinted to the portal, reaching it a few minutes apart from one another and hopping in a fight both the Ender Dragon and each other. This included the trio of Grape, Poke, and B, the duo of Huahwi and Mr. Mitch, and the trio of Talekio, H-Bomb, and Tibsy. On paper, that last trio looks to be the best team, Not only did they have Talekio, who averaged a 2nd place finish over 3 seasons, but H and Tibsy were part of the team that made it to the end in Season 4, albeit coming up short. And in practice, Team Chi-Town Killers ended up on top.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it's so close to death. Keep going.
Focus on it. Focus on it. Yes.
Did we get it?
No, one more shot, guys.
Yes. Yes. There we go.
Hey, guys.
That's what we're talking about.
There we go. H, we got our first.
We got it, Tibsy. Redemption for Season 3 or whatever the hell that was. Oh, good job, boys.
After they defeated the Ender Dragon, the remaining players decided to meet up to finish the PvP part of the game, and it ended with the team of Resher, Bayani, and Pat Clone winning. However, most people consider Talekio's team to be the true winners of the season, considering they actually beat the Ender Dragon, while Resher's team were the runner-ups. This win was special for everyone on the Chi-Town Killers. Talekio strengthened his argument for being the GOAT of Cube UHC, landing his 3rd win in just 4 seasons. While H and Tibsy redeemed themselves from Season 4 and finally slayed the Ender Dragon. I already talked about where H is today, and like H, Tibsy continued recording Minecraft videos for the next few years after the Cube ended, mostly with other Cube veterans like Grape, Straub, and Vass. However, after 2018, he transitioned into a behind-the-scenes role, taking up editing jobs for people like Exastorio, Donny Bobes, and Night Fox. While he gave up his dream of pursuing solo content, the work he did for other creators continues to inspire and influence others to this day.
Dole.
No. Don't, no! I don't even have a chest plate!
Dole, where's your chest plate?
I don't know! Oh, this is so sad. Great
Oh, good fight.
You suck!
GG, Dole. Aww.
Cube UHC would come back for their 13th season in June of 2015, and it looked to be more exciting than ever. This season would be hosted by the Cube SMP's official subreddit, because they were really starting to run out of server providers, I guess. The Mumble plugin was brought back, along with another twist where the day-night cycle would only run upon a person's death. Fishing rods are also disabled this season, presumably because they were viewed as too overpowered like horses and tier 2 potions. Although this change would be reversed a few events later. The season also introduced 4 new competitors to the series, including Cube SMP friends Hyper Darkness and Jeremy, and Cube SMP members NoBoom and Creeper Farts. The season itself was action-packed, with players like Tibsy and Poke getting off to strong starts. However, it ultimately came down to 3 players. First was Tofu, the OG who was looking for his first win in a while. He was able to craft some diamond armor and hunted down some players late in the season. Then there was Grape, the winner of Season 7 who was by far the most stacked. He managed to craft full diamond armor, and had loads of gapples at his disposal. He actually almost managed to break the kill record this season, although he fell a bit short. Then there was Talekio. At this point, he was a very experienced Cube UHC player, making him even more dangerous than he was before. The first kill he got was on HeyImBee, who had enchanted a flame bow, meaning that now, Talekio had one of the rarest and most dangerous weapons in all of Minecraft. The final 3 met up for a 1v1v1 at 0-0 once everyone else was eliminated. Tofu was the first to go, as his armor was pretty bad compared to Grape and Talekio. From there, it became the battle of a full diamond versus a flame bow. It was an intense fight, probably one of the best ones in the entire series, but ultimately, Grape was able to prevail over Talekio. Grape had won his 2nd season, making his case for being the best Cube UHC player, while at the same time, Talekio managed to keep his average placement at a solid 2nd. And for what it's worth, Tofu had another good season too. It looked like the future of Cube UHC was bright, with these 3 titans going back and forth fighting over who ultimately gets the win. And newer players like Huahwi and Creeper Farts also having potential. Unfortunately, that's not what happened.
I got news before Season 14 occurred. I got news that the Cube was to only have members of the actual Cube in their UHCs now. They said
after Cube UHC Season 13, Talekio would be kicked from the Cube UHC group due to him not being an official member of the Cube. This was despite other unofficial members still playing in UHC. It was also revealed that Minecraft Ferment was kicked after Season 11, and that 8-Bit Dylan was going to be officially added to the Cube SMP, but he was also kicked. Around this time, other Cube members began to leave as well. Like I said before, Tomahawk was kicked following Season 13, and veterans like Kermit, Child Dolphin, and Follow Kevin had also played their last season by this point. Most of these guys would fade into obscurity after leaving the Cube, although 8-Bit Dylan did stick around, and is still very involved in the content creation industry to this day. As I said previously when I talked about past Cube UHC drama, these controversies are at least 8 years old, and everyone has made up since then. Most of the people I just mentioned are going to return for the reunion season. However, at the time, all of this drama painted the Cube in a bad light, and made them seem a lot more cliquey and YouTubery than before. The Cube had come a long way from their beginning as a casual, highly scuffed event organized by a few friends. It was now a literal business, and if the group collectively decided 1 or 2 people were not good for their business, they would be kicked out. After speaking out against the Cube, Talekio would transition into becoming a full PvP YouTuber, befriending creators like Bluedo, Exastorio, ZMC Nikolai, and GTA streamer Buddha's wife Abby Mines. Wait, what? However, it turns out that winning Cube UHC was a lot easier than winning UHC Elite, so Talekio's online career never grew that much after the Cube. He did experience a brief resurgence in popularity when he tried his hand at professional Fortnite, even catching the attention of Tofuu, but soon enough he grew tired of that too. Talekio has since gone to college, graduated, and while he is still somewhat active on social media, he has likely moved on from content creation.
Yo, give the old caca, dude.
Caca.
Okay, sweet. Caca!
Oh!
Are you dead?
Despite all the controversy, Cube UHC kept chugging along, although the quality would slowly start to decrease, with player counts dropping and the time between each season rising. Season 14 was released in September of 2015, essentially making it the 2-year anniversary season. This event would be a team of 2, although the Mumble plugin was yet again brought back. This time, it was hosted by the Cube SMP's official public server, who would also host the next few seasons. 2 new competitors debuted in this event, that being Cube SMP member Private Fearless, and friend of the Cube MLG Hunt, although you probably know the latter better as Steven Septic from Sugarpine 7. This time around, the 3 power teams in the game were the duos of Tofu and Straub, D-Field and Tibsy, and King Tong and Eyes. All 3 teams were able to get pretty stacked with good enchanted gear. And with people like Huahwi and Talekio not playing this season, they pretty much made up all the best PvPers. In episode 7, Straub's team and D-Field's team would meet in the middle of a cave, resulting in a destructive battle that left only Straub standing. After this fight, it seemed like King Tong and Eyes were shoo-ins to win. The only other players left were Straub, who is now pretty weak, and Grape, whose teammate Noboom had been killed earlier in the season. However, this all changed when King Tong jumped off the edge of a cliff into water, but somehow took fall damage and died. Now, there were only 3 solo players left. Eyes, Straub, and Grape all met up at 0-0 for the final fight. All of them were out of healing and too scared to melee, which resulted in an intense 3-way bow battle. Eyes would perish first, leaving just Grape and Straub to duke it out. And although Straub tried his best, Grape was able to land a killing blow on Straub, winning Season 14. This win was his 3rd overall victory and 2nd in a row. Grapeapplesauce is one of the Cube's most recognizable players, both in the SMP and outside it. Besides for Season 1, Grape appeared in all Cube UHC seasons, being one of the few participants who can say that. As I'm sure you have caught on by now, he was also consistently good at UHC throughout its run, constantly being in contention to win. Unfortunately for him, this would be his last Cube UHC win during the series run, although he still had a few more impressive performances left to show off. As I have alluded to in other Cube veteran segments, Grape continued making Minecraft content after the Cube ended, befriending other PvP YouTubers like Exastorio and Shallapples. He was one of the ex-Cube members to blow up off of Minecraft challenge content in 2019 and 2020. Although like King Tong, he has not been very active on YouTube over the past few years. While Grapeapplesauce has never really talked about much when discussing the greatest Minecraft YouTubers, you could easily make an argument for him being one of the best. His content has evolved a lot over the years. From MCSG to the Cube to Hypixel to Minecraft challenge videos, and the quality has never decreased. He was always down to do collabs with other creators no matter how big or small they were. And he also never got into any drama at all during his YouTube career. Even when Cube UHC got into controversies over kicking members, most people still made sure to single out Grape as one of the chill ones. Grapeapplesauce represents the best aspects of the Cube, and was a much more influential figure on YouTube than most people realize.
So book on the top, obsidian 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, left and right. There we go, made an enchantment table. I will put the enchantment table right. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god! No! I got jumped! Are you serious? Oh my god, I don't know.
In December of 2015, Cube UHC would return for its 15th season. The only new player was Nerdgasm, who was mainly a CSGO creator, but was invited to participate thanks to his friendship with King Tong. The two big twists this season were Anonymous, where every player is disguised so you can't tell who is who, and OP UHC, which doubled the amount of golden apples, diamonds, and enchants everyone got. They also added in special loot crates that would fall out of the sky, like in Mineplex survival games, to keep with the Christmas theme. Similar to last season, the two frontrunners are Strawberry Jam and D-Field. Both of these players were skilled PvPers who took advantage of the OP UHC twist to get some insane gear. D-Field was able to kill more players, including other good PvPers like Grapeapplesauce and Hyper, while Straub waited until near the end to hunt down some of the remaining players. After scoring 2 kills on No Boom and Eyes, Straub ran into a third player who is very undergeared compared to him. All he had to do to make it to the final 2 and challenge D-Field was kill this one guy, but instead, this happened.
No, I'm dead. God dang it, bro. I should have so won that fight.
Who was this player who actually managed to pull off the crazy upset?
Hey, what is going on, guys? Huahwi here, and today we are playing some more Minecraft survival games on the MCSG servers, and
I'm sorry! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
Huahwi is one of the most beloved creators in not just the Cube, but really all of Minecraft. He might be the most influential Minecraft player ever. It might come as a surprise that I'm only just now mentioning Huahwi considering his reputation, but honestly, he did not have as big of a role in the Cube as you might remember. He only played in 4 total seasons, and took a multi-season break in between some of them, when he was on one of his many infamous trips to the sun. However, everyone knew how skilled Huahwi was at PvP, and now is finally his time to get his first Cube UHC win. All he had to do was take down D-Field.
oh, D-Field, gotta go. Oh, he has an instant health. Got a gapple up here. Got him in the lava. Oh, he has, is that strength? Whew. Oh, GG! Oh my goodness, we did it!
Huahwi, one of the biggest underdogs ever in Cube UHC, eliminated the most dangerous player that season to steal the win. Now, he could add one-time winner of Cube UHC to his long list of Minecraft PvP accomplishments. Huahwi would only play in one more season of Cube UHC after this, and his performance was pretty disappointing. After the Cube disbanded, he would continue uploading Minecraft PvP content for a few years, but unlike Grape and King Tong, he never made a full transition into Minecraft challenge content. Huahwi has made a few update videos over the past 2 years that pretty much boil down to, while Huahwi will never fully swear off Minecraft content for good, he is no longer that interested in the Minecraft community, and probably will not be very involved in anything for the near future. He now focuses on streaming Valorant on Twitch. While Huahwi is not the Minecraft juggernaut he once was, it's cool to see him still around online, as countless other creators he inspired blow up off of skills and ideas taught to them by Huahwi.
Cause I don't know if they'll have food either.
The thing, dude, I don't know, but they're running away, so they obviously have something.
Oh, they jumped down in a hole. What?
He just died.
Yeah, aw. That's sad.
Do we want to go for eyes or no?
Cube UHC would return for Season 16 in January of 2016. This season, the twist was that, at the start of each episode, a new twist would be added to the game. Most of these twists were pretty basic, like double ore drops or enabling the nether. But in episode 3, truces were added to the game. This meant that you could team with the first solo player you ran into, although you would have to kill them if you made it to the final 2. There was only one new participant this season, that being the Cube SMP's manager, Curtis. While the truce twist was supposed to create more interesting content and battles, this season is probably the most boring Cube UHC. Two of the best players, Grape and Creeper Farts, found each other early on, and combined they end up killing 14 of the 20 players that season. They were so overgeared that most of their fights barely lasted a minute. Their only real competition was the duo of Defil and Curtis, and they did actually manage to kill Grape, but Creeper was able to win the 2v1, and then he killed the remaining duo to win the season. Like most of the good PvPers in the Cube, Creeper Farts was mainly a MCSG YouTuber. However, while people like Grape, Huahwi, and Talekio would transition over to Hypixel or Battleline after the Cube disbanded, Creeper Farts instead made the leap to Roblox content, rebranding his channel as Ant. He gained a lot of popularity off of this switch, and despite the criticism he received for it at the time, I think it's safe to say he made the right decision. Nowadays, his views are much lower than they were at his peak. Although considering this video has been filled with YouTubers who experience extended periods of decline viewership, before blowing up bigger than they ever had before, I would not count out Ant just yet.
Hello. They just combat logged. Are you kidding me? Why would you combat log? Somebody just combat logged right in front of me. There we go. I don't even know who that was, but thank you for the stuff.
Cube UHC will then go on its longest break yet, with the 17th season not occurring until June of 2016. There were no new players this event, although Parker did return for one season after his long break. They would be going back to solos with no truces allowed, and the two major twists were Anonymous, which they had done before in Season 15, and Time Bomb, a common UHC game mode where, upon dying, a person's items are placed neatly in a double chest that explodes after 30 seconds. Normally, this is not that big of a deal, as most UHC players are good enough to grab everything they need from a player's body and run away before the time bomb explodes. But this is Cube UHC we are talking about.
Head. Give me the head. Oh god, my hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. Stop it, hands. Stop shaking. Is there anything I need? I want that. I don't want that. I want that. What? Did I die?
While Season 17 was also pretty underwhelming in comparison to past UHCs, especially considering it was the shortest season with only 5 episodes, there were a few standout moments. HeyImBee finally got her first kill after over 10 seasons, and during a fight between JwingWangWong and Grape, JwingWangWong either accidentally or on purpose tried to place an anvil on Grape's head, which I think is a strategy that should be used more often. The season came down to 2 players, both of whom combined to kill the majority of the game. Grape found himself in the final 2 yet again, but he met his match in Curtis, who was the only player who managed to mine full diamond, and also enchanted a very powerful fire aspect sword. Curtis killed Grape to make a statement that, in a PvP competition with Grape, Defil, Eyes, Creeper Farts, Hyper, King Tong, Straub, and Tofu, he was a player to be taken seriously. Curtis was never really an actual YouTuber, with the only videos remained on his channel being this season, and instead he took a more behind the scenes role in the community. On top of running the Cube SMP server, he worked closely with the Camp and Rusher, running his own public server The Archon, and also helping Rusher enact 2b2t server queue. Although from what I've come across online, I am not sure how beloved Curtis actually is on the server. Curtis has become rather inactive on public social media the past few years, although judging by his Twitter bio, he seems to still play some role in content creation.
Oh wait, should I make a fishing rod thing? I guess I should. How do you make one? I actually don't know how to make one. This is embarrassing. Okay, I'm not making one. Oh, I'm not making one. I can't. No, guys. Fishing. Wait.
Cube UHC would come back for Season 18 in September of 2016. Despite all previous even-numbered seasons being variations of teams, this event would be played as a free-for-all. The now-defunct Minecraft server The Coast would host this and the next season, and the only new participant was iFanatic, who was Defil's brother and, like most of the other recent additions, specialized in PvP. The season actually started out pretty strong, with D-Field, Finn's Graphics, and Fnatic all having strong starts. There were also plenty of comedic moments, with both Poke and B having hilarious deaths. However, the season came to an abrupt end after episode 5, when D-Field was able to eliminate every single player left standing in one episode. Like many other Cube UHC veterans, D-Field transitioned to Roblox content when the Cube disbanded. While he did not see as much success as Tofu or Ant, he did manage to grow a little bit, and still occasionally uploads Roblox videos to this day.
I'm gonna make my golden apple thing while I'm up here, because I will hate myself if I die being able to do that. Okay, I have more than enough. Enchanted golden apple. I did it.
At this point, it was clear that Cube UHC was on its last legs. The recent seasons always seemed to end in steamrolls by whatever PvPer was the most stacked. Many creators have been slowly leaving the event, and Minecraft in general was on the decline. However, Grazer and some of the other members really wanted to make it a Season 20 before ending the series. So, Season 19 would be released just 1 month after Season 18, although it was clear that it had been rushed. Many Cube UHC regulars like Poke, Tofu, Straub, Mr. Mitch, and B were not in it, and the event only had 12 total participants, a huge series low. 2 of these players were new to the series, and they were the Cube SMP members Strawberry17 and friend of the Cube S-Major1995. The season was also very gimmicky, with Permanent Night, OP enchants, and a custom Halloween map being used. Despite everything seemingly going against Season 19's favor, it actually was not that bad. The lower player count and the Unforgiven twist made it a lot harder for one person to come in and kill everyone in the game. There were also a lot of fun and intense battles. Tibsy used an Ender Pearl just so he could get away from some mobs, but it landed right in front of Noboom, who was able to quickly kill him. S-Major was also able to exceed expectations, becoming the victor of a 4-way fight between himself, Grape, Eyes, and King Tong thanks to Cube UHC's first ever Notch Apple. However, despite S-Major being able to get great armor off of his kills, he did not have enough healing to win the final fight, which he lost to Finn's Graphics. With this win, Finn had ended a 10+ season long arc for himself. He joined all the way back in Season 6 with his brother Sky, and became rather infamous for sounding like a 3-year-old kid. Since he was not an official member of the Cube, he would then hop in and out of seasons over the next few years, and each time he participated, he would do a little better than he did before. Until finally, at the final hour, he won his first season. Outside of the Cube, Finn might actually be one of the most influential creators in all of Cube UHC, although you would not know this just by looking at his original channel. During the Cube's run, he was known as a graphic designer who made a lot of big YouTubers' profile pictures and banners, with him doing work for the Camp and Rusher, VicStar123, PrestonPlays, Tobuscus, and even RiceGum. Finn was also well known as a texture pack maker, with his Infinite series being used by many PvP creators as the basis for their texture packs. Post Cube SMP, Finn has started 2 wildly different YouTube channels to major success. The first of which was Tech Kaboom, which was a tech-based channel where strangers could win phones if they could complete a set of challenges, and this channel received millions of views a month at its peak. The second one, and the one that Finn was last active on, is an animation channel called Brickverse, which uploads stop-motion reenactments of other people's videos. His most popular video on this channel currently stands at over 20 million views. Time and time again, Finn has reinvented himself for a new audience on YouTube, and continues to inspire thousands to this day. Despite Grazer's goal of making it to Season 20, it was clear that it was time for Cube UHC to move on. Around this time was when many of the Cube UHC members quit YouTube altogether, or switched to Roblox, and the people who were still interested in PvP just started recording with other PvP-based YouTubers. In 2017, Grazer and King Tong helped start a new record round named United UHC that served as a replacement for the Cube. But that's a story for another day. With everyone having moved on, it looked like the Cube was finally over. That was until 2019. That year is well known for being the year Minecraft made a huge comeback on YouTube. And seeing that the tides of content creation were shifting once again, King Tong suggested that the Cube reunite for one last season. However, no one knew how many people would be interested in playing in the revival. So, fans were shocked when Cube UHC Season 20 finally released with a groundbreaking roster of 41 total players. Creators who had not played since the first few seasons, like Explosive Biscuit, VicStar123, and Joey Graceffa, came back for the reunion. Furthermore, Creators who had left on bad terms with the Cube, like Cricken, Ginger, and Tomahawk, returned as well. To be honest, it's probably easier to go over all the creators who did not end up returning than name all of the ones who did. Even Mineplex returned to host this season. One of the coolest things about the comeback was that, despite it technically being a reunion season, the Cube invited a lot of creators and individual members had befriended during their hiatus. The Cube UHC newcomers this season were Exostorio, Shadow Apples, Emmer Something, Shubble, Captain Sparkles, Zine, Beijing Canadian, Jerome ASF, Woofles, Pizza Hut, and Alex Ace. All of them would be competing against the returning Cube UHC members to take home the title of the winner of the Cube's 20th and potentially final season.
Devin.
Oh.
I killed Devin! Oh my gosh!
Cube UHC got off to a bang when one of the newcomers died to a zombie 68 seconds into the season, almost surpassing JwingWang's temple death as the fastest death in Cube UHC. Pizza Hut would strike first blood on Strawberry, and upon killing her, it was revealed that there was a major glitch this season. Upon death, a player's items would not spawn where they died, but actually spawn in 0-0. I have no clue how Mineplex managed to screw this up, as I did not even know you could make someone's items spawn in a place other than where they died. But I guess if any server throughout Minecraft's history is going to completely break the physics of Minecraft, it would be Mineplex. As the season progressed, both newcomers and Cube veterans alike would assert themselves as contenders. Past winners like Grape and Curtis were able to easily craft full diamond armor in a handful of gaps. Other great PvPers like Vicstar, Exostorio, King Tong, and Joey Graceffa managed to hunt down at least one player. Eyes managed to get revenge on S Major for how Season 19 ended, and Pat Clone finally got revenge on Grazer for what he did all the way back in Season 1. However, there was another player who has taken his time in the caves, getting more gear than every other person. He went to the Nether, and despite Captain Sparkle setting up a portal trap there, he managed to survive. His first kill was on Grape, who, like I just mentioned, had over a dozen gapples and full diamond armor. And, on top of all of that, he had not even played Cube UHC since Season 5. It was time for TheBestGinger to finally get his revenge.
Oh.
GG.
Up until Exostorio joined this season, TheBestGinger was pretty much the consensus best UHC player ever invited to the Cube. As unlike most of the other good PvPers in the event, UHC was his main game. However, as I mentioned all the way back at the start of the video, he would be kicked out of the group after just one season. He then had to watch as the Cube exploded in popularity, while he and the rest of the main UHC community grew at a comparatively slower pace. However, a lot had changed since the 2014 drama. Ginger was now good friends with a lot of the Cube members, and managed to get invited back for the reunion season. While Ginger may have been friends with the Cube outside of the court, they were still sworn enemies on it, and Ginger would have a historic performance for the 20th season. After killing Grape, Ginger would kill another potential winner candidate in Vicstar, much to his chagrin.
Like, I want to die to someone that I know their name, you know? He's onto me!
Vic, no!
Vic, return to the
Come on,
to the UAV.
I fell back in my cave, Vic. I can't help you.
What are you? The Beast Ginger, who even is that? Toxic! GG.
He then hunted down Eyes, then Billy, then Beijing Canadian, and then 8 more people. By the end of the season, Ginger had scored 13 kills, breaking D-Field's kill record he set 9 seasons prior. His most impressive kill was probably the penultimate fight against Exostorio, who he managed to take down to conclude one of the greatest battles in all of Cube UHC. Just as long as you did not see how many gaps Ginger had compared to Ngal. He then killed Doljuice to win the season. With this comeback, both Ginger and the Cube changed their legacy. Ginger was no longer known as the guy the Cube kicked out after one season, but instead as a creator who managed to work his way back into the group, and prove that he had what it takes to compete with some of the biggest names in Minecraft. In the present day, TheBestGinger works as a channel manager for a few YouTubers, including Exostorio. Meanwhile, the Cube had finally hit their 20th season, putting a close on one of the longest running and most influential Minecraft events in history. But wait a minute, who says they have to stop here? They just had their biggest event by far. Surely some of these people would be down to play again. And sure enough, they were.
Up in the water here to the right.
Whoa,
Okay.
someone shot an arrow at me. Someone shot an arrow at me.
Oh, shoot. Should we get in the cave? No.
I'm dead.
Feed a gap.
Oh, I see him. I got him. That was the right guy. I got him.
Amazing.
It was right guy? You
he was
saved my
hiding.
life.
He was hiding, dude.
Beautiful.
Cube UHC Season 21 would air in August of 2019. This was a massive season with 39 total players split into teams of 3. 22 of these players were newcomers. This group included ZMC Nikolai, Zyper, Donny Bobes, Flusemaker, Bionic, Red Vector, Kayla Brady, Funny Swirl, Skydoes Minecraft, Patched, Krasdy, Dara, Krinios, Mifzin, Wig, Your Pal Ross, Blue Vector, Dr. Jim, Ryguy Rocky, Ash503, and Jack Sucks at Life. Along with all of these new players, a dozen twists were added to the game so that the actual YouTubers playing the event would have good content for their channel. I won't go over all of them, but some of the more notable were Amplified Terrain, Moles, Webcage, and Armageddon. Just like Season 20, this turned out to be a great season of UHC, thanks in large part to how big it was. Not one, but 2 people managed to die during the first episode. Other notable funny deaths that occurred include Billy accidentally getting griefed by Eyes, a full Iron Steel X Saint managing to combo a full Diamond Dara off of a mountain, and Quig managing to pull off an insane 3v1 on S Major, Shovel, and Jack.
No, I believe in you. Go swoop in, get one, and run.
Well, they're all in a house. I'm just jumping in.
Do it.
They might think you're part of their team.
I got one.
Nice.
One.
Kill Trouble.
Nice.
3. Quick.
Hold on. I'm stuck inside this house. I need to get out before it blows up.
Oh. What?
I need to get out of this. Oh my god. Jack died! Yes, I killed all 3!
Dude!
Eventually, the 2 power teams met in the middle of a lava and water-filled ravine. One team included Existorio and Krinios. The other was a mold team that consisted of King Tong, Grape, and Donny. And they had just gotten done wiping out Funny Swirl's entire team. Engel and Krinios jumped them while they were soaring through the loot, which resulted in Donny's death. After that, an intense bow battle broke out, where both teams were drained of all of their healing, and the only person left standing was King Tong, who was only on 3 hearts. Unfortunately for him, there were still a few more teams left. While on paper his armor and weapons were better than any other players, he was on such low health that one of the other teams could easily kill King Tong and steal the win for themselves. And that was exactly what happened, with the duo of Bionic and Flus showing up at spawn to hunt down King Tong, and then they eliminated the last players to win the final season of Cube UHC. It might be a little anticlimactic that, after 21 seasons and one of the most exciting battles ever in Cube UHC, 2 random newcomers to the event, one of whom did not even upload his perspective, won the last season. But I disagree. I think it is very fitting that Cube UHC ended with 2 Minecraft creators of completely different backgrounds, content styles, and channel sizes banding together to win. Luce was and still basically is Reddit UHC's biggest YouTuber who never transitioned into another type of content. Even today, 10 years after he started, he is still uploading UHC record rounds to his modest audience of 5,000 subscribers. On the other hand, Bionic uploads a variety of heavily modded, mass appeal and Minecraft content to an audience of over 6 million. You could not find 2 creators in the Minecraft community who are less alike. And yet, here they were side by side working together in one of Minecraft's longest running creator events. To me, moments like this one is what Cube UHC is all about. For the past 4 years, Cube UHC has been dormant. We are now further away from the last season than we were away from Season 19 when Season 20 came out. Everyone who was once a part of the group has moved on, and there is no sign that it will come back anytime soon. Earlier this year, some of the former Cube members who continued making Minecraft content started a new record round called UHC+. But despite it basically being a modernized version of Cube UHC, the audience was simply not there for it to reach the same amount of people. The fall of Cube UHC, and record rounds in general, can be attributed to many different factors, but all it boils down to is that people no longer want to watch an unscripted, barely edited, multi-episode Minecraft Let's Play. You can see that, as the Cube UHC went on, the participants began to edit their episodes down from the traditional raw 20-minute footage, cutting out all the tedious parts of the game, and skipping straight to the action. Some people even began combining their episodes if they did not think they had enough content to warrant a standalone video. To me, the only way any UHC content could blow up in the modern age of YouTube is if it is released all in one episode. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, I do miss the days where I could come back from school to watch 6 or 7 different creators, 20-minute long uncut perspective of a UHC. While the days of Cube UHC are over, its legacy and effect it had on the Minecraft community is not. I mean, how many times throughout this video did you go, wait, that guy played in Cube UHC? Dan TDM, HeyImBee, BigStar123, Ben's Graphics, Joey Gracefa, Think Noodles, Tofu, Tech Kaboom, Kermit Plays MC, Existorio, LD Shadow Lady, Brickverse. The list goes on and on and on. Sure, none of them individually blew up to be as big as Technoblade and influence an entire generation of creators, but that was because they were the entire generation of creators. Cube UHC served as a microcosm for the YouTube community as a whole. Dozens of people, all hailing from wildly different backgrounds, coming together to unite in one event and create something bigger than themselves. Despite how many Minecraft events have since tried to replicate this unity, I don't think anyone has come close to reaching the same level of authenticity and entertainment as Cube UHC. The series was truly something of legends, and there will never be another one like it. Thank you for watching.